As we begin tonight, I'd like for us to focus on, in our time of prayer, on Thanksgiving. And I want to remind you of the the time in the Old Testament where David wanted to bring the Ark of the Covenant back to Jerusalem, and he was doing that, and they were bringing it back. And you remember the story. David didn't follow God's direction about the Levites being the ones to carry the ark, and there were some other people around the ark, and the ox stumbled, and the Ark of the Covenant teetered a little bit, and one of the guys that was walking beside it reached up to steady the ark, and he died immediately. And he touched it to try to keep it from being unsteady. Yes, I do. I do remember that. That's pretty powerful. And so David was really upset about all of that, and didn't understand what was going on. And he said, "How can I ever bring this ark home?" And he sent it to stay in a guy's house. So he said, "I don't want it, or I want it, but I'm not brave enough to deal with this anymore. So I'm going to put it in this guy's house." Well, God blessed that guy, and everything went well for him. So finally, later on, David followed God's, maybe realized that he needed to do exactly how God said to carry it. So they brought it back to Jerusalem, and they were dancing and celebrating. And David uh, wrote a psalm of thanksgiving at that time. I'm not going to read you the whole thing, but I'll read parts of it. It's in First Chronicles chapter 16. That day, David first committed to Asaph and his associates this psalm of thanks to the Lord. Give thanks to the Lord, call on his name. Make known among the nations what he has done. Sing to him, sing praise to him, tell of all his wonderful acts. Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Look to the Lord and his strength, seek his face always. Remember the wonders he has done, his miracles and the judgments he pronounced. O descendants of Israel, his servant, O sons of Jacob, his chosen one. And then look over at verse 22. Sing to the Lord, all the earth, proclaim his salvation day after day. Declare his glory among the nations, his marvelous deeds among all peoples. For great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. He is to be feared above all gods, for all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. And then verse 34. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. So David was caught up in the moment, this beautiful time of celebration, and he wrote this psalm of thanksgiving to God. And I just want to encourage us to think about God's wonderful acts, tell of his wonderful acts, uh, make known among the nations his deeds. It is so important for us to tell of God's good deeds and to make known among the nations, to proclaim his salvation. God gave us salvation, and we thank him for that. We declare his glory among the nations, his marvelous deeds among all people. We can get so caught up in in the day-to-day stuff that we forget how marvelous God's deeds are. They are amazing. Uh, Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. So, what I'd like for us to do is at at our tables tonight, I want you to just pray together and thank God for stuff. Thank God for His marvelous deeds. Whatever you want to thank God for, just at your table. Uh, some of you may want to lead out loud. All of you may want to pray out loud. Some of you may want to pray silently, but just spend some time thanking God for His marvelous deeds and all the blessings that He's poured out on us. So take time now at your table to pray together.